Ladies and gentlemen, we are here today because I'd like to talk to you guys about serious condition. It's a pretty rough medical condition. It's something that I suffer from, and I just wanted to be, open and honest with you guys and talk about it. So it's a rare condition. It affects ones of people. And it's quite challenging. It's known as severe sidetrack syndrome, or SSS. Have you guys ever had thoughts and then almost immediately you have other thoughts before you even finished your first thoughts? Well, you too may suffer from The other day I needed to put something in my truck. So I went to my room and I grabbed my keys in my jacket. But then I walked to the front door and I realized I forgot the thing I needed to put in my truck. But then I noticed there was an Amazon package by the door. So I opened that up, broke down the cardboard. But then I went to the kitchen to grab the thing that I was supposed to put in my truck. But then I realized I had the trash from the Amazon package in my hand. So I went to throw it away and realized the kitchen trash needed to be taken out. But then I thought, why don't I clean out the cat's litter box and take that out with the kitchen trash and the stuff to my truck, and that'll all save me a trip. But then when I went to clean the litter box, I realized it was a really big shopping bag, and it was in with the rest of my grocery bags, and that made me think, oh, I need to go and empty out my Lego bag trash can. So then I went to the Lego lounge to empty out the Lego bag trash can, and then I thought, oh wait, maybe my bedroom trash can needs to go out too. So I went and I emptied that trash into the Lego trash, which then I added all of that into the kitchen trash along with the litter trash and the Amazon trash. And then when I had finally done all of that, I remembered the original purpose of all of this was to put my stuff back in my truck. So I had to gather all of that stuff up and carry it all outside at the same time because that was the point, to save a trip. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is my life. I sidetrack on everything I think about or do. So if you've ever experienced any symptoms of SSS, please pick up your phone and dial 1-800-SETS-4-MC. That's 1-800-SETS, the number 4-MC. And you too can help MC to stay focused on what's most important in life, building his sets. What's up, peeps? It's me, your boy, MC. I wrote that whole script out and I still had to re-record stuff multiple times. Oh, Lord. My brain is a big mushy mess. I have these ideas. I came up with this idea. That whole thing was real. That literally all happened to me. I came up with this idea that day and I was like, oh, I should write this down. This is a great idea for an intro because it's real. Sidetrack. This is what I do. Who wants, I'm sidetracking on my intro. Ladies and gentlemen, Lego Light is on. We are live in the Lego Lounge. We are back on Lego Therapy. Whole intro, sidetrack. Who wants a dad joke of the day? Well, you guys ever seen a couple of hedgehogs hugging? You ever wonder what they say when they go to hug for each other? Ouch! Peeps, what are we building? I think you can guess by my attire. It's something Star Wars related. Boom! It is the Lego Midi scale Millennium Falcon. It is the 25-year anniversary of Lego Star Wars. It's been sitting over there for quite some time. And I decided today's the date. I don't remember where I got it, but the cardboard got a little messed up. But it is set number 75375-921 pieces. So, let's bust her open. Let's get to building. And let's try not to sidetrack too many times. Y'all, I'm so behind on everything. Lego and YouTube related. I've tried to get caught up, and it seems like no matter what I do, I just keep falling behind. I was like a month ahead on all my recordings, and then now I've got only a couple videos and a couple shorts in the queue. So I'm going to quickly run out. So I need to build some stuff. Of course, I want to build some stuff too. It's not a need thing, but yeah, I'm feeling like a slug lately. Ooh, look at that. Ooh. Sidetrack 1. Sidetrack 1. I'm feeling like a slug lately when it comes to getting my content created. I've just been, you know, I've been all over the place, and I didn't build for a while, and so nice looking manual. It's not a giant size manual, but it's a pretty good size manual. I did look through the PDF ahead of time. There's some discussion about the Millennium Falcon and whatnot here in the beginning, what it is, and the Lego side of things, and all that good stuff. So, pretty cool read if you want to check that out. I will be using digitals as usual. Looks like we got 10 bags here. Like 10 bags. So let me get this out of my way. Alright, boom. It was actually bag drop 11 bags. But I'm excited. I haven't done a Star Wars build in a while that I can think of. I think, oh, that's not true. I just did Ahsoka's starship or whatever it's called over there not too terribly long ago. I think I did that on a live. I feel like I did that on a live. I haven't done a Lego pre-record in a while. I mean, a Star Wars pre-record in a while. But I still got quite a few Star Wars sets up in here, so no fear about that going away anytime soon. But obviously, I've been trying to do other things. Brick separator. Brick separator. I don't know why. It gets me every time. Trying to do some other things, you know. I definitely have, you know, plenty of dream sets left to go. And obviously more still coming from Lego. I've got so many different things that I just need to do. I just need to pull the trigger and start building them. It's that problem that I think so many of us have, where we go, ooh, shiny new toy, and we go out and we buy the shiny new toy and we forget about the old toys that are still sitting in boxes in our Lego backlog. I saw the Fromans put out a video. I have not had a chance to watch it yet. I will get to it soon. But they put a video out on their channel, Fromania Bricks. Go check them out. Holla, holla, holla. About their backlog and how crazy theirs has gotten and how they didn't realize it had gotten that bad. Mine, I know, is bad. But I am trying hard to slow down my purchasing. But it's so hard sometimes. You see something and you're just like, ooh, I gotta have it. And so then you buy it, and then you become another statistic of people with giant backlogs. If you had told me at the end of 2021 when I picked up that Darth Vader helmet back there, back there, it's behind me, you can't see it. If you had told me when I picked that helmet up that I was going to become completely addicted to Lego, and I was going to be sitting in front of a camera on a weekly basis, and I was going to have this massive backlog of Lego sets, I would have been like, no, not me. But it's me. Too many sets in the backlog, but, you know, You only live once, peeps. Gotta enjoy it while you're here. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to enjoy every moment I got. So, peeps, let me take this sidetrack crown off. Pull up the old instructions. And, oh, you know what? I'm going to sidetrack one more time before. I meant to talk about this. Peeps, have y'all seen this? Have y'all seen, I love Dr. Pepper. Diet Dr. Pepper in specifically, but this is Dr. Pepper Zero. Don't ask me what the difference is. I don't know. I just saw it on the shelf the other day. It's Dr. Pepper strawberries and cream. Has anybody tried this? I'm not trying to promote go drink a bunch of sodas, but I saw it on the shelf. I was like, I love Dr. Pepper. 23 flavors. I gotta try this and see how this is any different. Y'all. This is gonna sound very weird. This thing tastes like a soda version of a McDonald's strawberry milkshake. Like, if you've ever had a McDonald's milkshake, and admittedly, I have not had one in probably at least 15 years, maybe more. I don't touch McDonald's. It's awful. But I do remember the flavor of a strawberry McDonald's milkshake. That's what this tastes like. Why did I share that? I don't know. It was just in my brain. Peeps, let's just build. Boom! All right, peeps, we are done. Let's go ahead and do a nice close-up. Obviously, you got this nice little stand here. I wish, just a little bit. I wish it was a little bit like the UCS Millennium Falcon in that it had the landing gear, so that you could just set it on the table if you want. But this is a nice alternative. It's got the beautifully printed Millennium Falcon plaque. You got your 25-year anniversary, this, I guess holographic, is that the word? Tile here. Looks super cool. Just like the other ones. Here it is. Here's your, I mean, this is just a little bit bigger than your hand, you know, overall. But details on top and bottom. They didn't just give you a blank bottom side, which is nice. Got your printed vents on the side, on the top. Got all these printed vents, little areas. I don't know, computers and such going on here. Your printed cockpit. Everything is printed. I just gotta say, I am super happy that there was 0 stickers in this set. One thing I thought was a little bit odd is that they didn't cap off these studs. I thought maybe they could have used some of these, like these brick pieces, these gold brick pieces, gold bar pieces, put one on each of those. I may still just stick a couple on there myself. I'm sure I got some in the spare parts buckets. But you got everything going on here. Why is my thing twisted? Did I do something to it? I'll have to. You got your little simulated cannons here on top. Oh yeah, you got your little exit port there too for coming out the top. The radar dish over on the side, and it's got the little DJ, the English is hard, peeps. Turntable that this is sitting on, so it can move around a little bit. Not a ton. Ironically enough, the entire build, the hardest part was putting the little short studs, or not studs, pins, short Technic pins, into the ends of this tubing to give you that beautiful blue light on the back. Man, so many really, really cool details on this. I'm really, really happy with it. I'm so happy with it. They've got little studs all over the place, so you could throw some minifigures on there if you got some. Obviously, the set did not come with any minifigs, so not a huge deal to me. I just really like this set. But overall, super fantastic. Fun build, not too repetitive. You know, I noticed, even though a lot of the building techniques were basically the same, they chose to, and as you went through the directions, at least in the 3D directions, they chose to kind of change up the order. So it wasn't always the same every single time, even though the techniques might have been very similar. Man, I had a lot of fun building it. It wasn't too crazy. Like I said, the hardest part was that silly blue tube, trying to get those little half pins or whatever they are in there. But man, it looks really good. I need to squeeze that piece down a little bit. They threw just enough other colors in there, some darker grays, some reds. Again, the printed pieces. Really, really like it. Let's see. Let's come out, peeps. Let's come out. Let's give it the old swooshability test. You ready? Ready? Oh yeah. So swooshable. I mean, this thing is getting away from anybody. It's, what is it? Under 12 parsecs Kessel Run? I can't remember. I don't remember numbers. And then it just slides neatly. Oh Lord. As I say that, I'm breaking pieces off. Slides neatly in there. Give it a little slight push, and boom. It's on there. Bam! That thing looks great. I got to give credit where credit is due. You know, you guys hear me complain about the instructions and the colors a lot. Obviously, I did not use the paper directions, but looking at them, they look pretty good. They were pretty solid on the iPad as well. I had no real issues through the entire build, and that's usually one of my biggest complaints when it comes to Lego. Like, man, why do I pay all this money for Lego, and then your instructions suck? I got to turn the screen brightness like all the way up, and still sometimes I'm squinting to see what the colors are, but thought they did a really good job. Obviously in the internals, they mixed in some other colors to break up all the gray. So that was fantastic. None of the bags were too big or too small. It felt like a good pace, you know? If you needed to take a break, you could, and you didn't feel like you're missing anything. Solid build. Everything is obviously quite solid in structural wise, but I will say this was one of those trust the process builds, you know? MC had to trust the process, because as I was going through it, there were times where I'm going like, first of all, I'm like, what am I building right now? This doesn't look like a Millennium Falcon at all. Yeah, they used some very interesting build techniques to get there. One of the things that was bugging me was they had you, like this section, for example. I'm just... Actually, I'll take it from the bottom, because this is where I first noticed it. This section here, when you put them on, they're just connected by one of those little C-clips, one of those sideways facing C-clips, and it's just hanging there. And I'm like, boy, this is not very secure. What is this going to do? And then eventually you build the top part, you clip that in, and then it had another C-clip that was facing down. They smashed together, boom. Now everything is nice and secure. MC, why are you pushing on things? Don't do that. Start pushing on things and break things off. There are a few places in here where things are only connected up by one stud. You guys know my opinion on that. Not a fan of things being connected up by one stud, but it's not egregious. It's only a couple times throughout the build. But overall, I love all the little details. I'll say one of the complaints I have, you know, they have some Easter eggs inside. And I took some pictures. I'll throw them up on the screen of, you know, they stack up the one-by-one studs. And they're in different colors. And they're supposed to represent different characters. Once it's built, you can't see it anymore, which kind of stinks. Like, I guess as the builder, you get to know about it. But if you know, have a friend over, you're like me, you're like, I want to show off this super cool set. Like the UCS Millennium Falcon, I can pull off panels and I can be like, look, there's the room where they play the game, Sabak and the digital board game, which is really cool. They have a little tile. It's a one-by-one tile, and it's got a print of the little board game that they play. And there's a stack of studs that's light brown, and then the top stud is dark brown. It's obviously supposed to represent Chewbacca. But again, they hide all of it. Once you build up all of this section, you can't just like easily pop off a panel and be like, look, check out the little boardroom. That part is kind of that's a little bit of a down for me. But not the end of the world. It's just the other part that I wish they did with some of these sets like this, where they do have those cool little Easter eggs in there, is in the instructions. Now, before I say this, let me just look in the paper instructions, because maybe they did. Okay. You know, I have to correct myself. They did do it in the paper instructions. It's not in the 3D instructions. It's talking about R2-D2 has the strategic skills to win the holographic Dejaric table. It might be wiser to let Chewbacca win. As Han explains, droids don't pull people's arms out of their sockets when they lose. And then they have it again in other languages. So, okay. So I was wrong. They do have in here what the Easter eggs are. So good job on that, Lego. However, please make it so that we can see it. That just would have been Lego Light Ghost. He took a long time to show up today. You know, that would have taken it just over the top. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys hit it, but then you could have just taken it just over the top if you had just made the panel removable so you could see what's going on inside. But obviously, if you're like most people, you probably built with the paper instructions, so you know what it is. So, I'm a digital instruction guy. Anyways, my light just went out. Stand by, peeps. Technical difficulty. We're back. I apparently kicked the power cord. Anyways, I thought it was awesome. You know, we joke about Millennium Falcons, right? Like, we got the mini, the micro scale, I guess you would call this, Millennium Falcon. We've got the mini scale. I've got the UCS out there. There's all the different play scales out there. There's the Dark Falcon. There's so many different versions of the Falcon. I gotta give credit though. They do a really good job of recreating the same things, but with completely different pieces, and yet it's enough that you get the iconic look. Like, this is just a bunch of little studs, right? Little dark gray studs here on the top that represent these vents. These are nice printed tiles, and I don't really remember how it went on the UCS Falcon because that was 4 years ago, but you know, they capture that iconic look. I love that. Again, I love that they printed the cockpit. That was great. On the real, you know, the big Falcon out there, it's a clear see-through, so you can see your figures. But I love it. I really, really appreciate that they put in the effort to make it something unique. Even though it is a repeat of a set that we've already got, we probably don't need any more Millennium Falcons ever. Unless, you know, unless the Star Wars universe decides to do something drastically different with the Millennium Falcon in a new movie, and they say, hey, we're going to redesign it for, you know, okay, maybe then we could use another Lego Millennium Falcon, but I am happy with it. I'm probably going to just put it out there with the big boy. Maybe I'll throw this one out there. We'll have all the, you know, what's that, JDP Builds loves to do it. He goes, it's the big baby and then the little baby. It's the big baby and the little baby. Go check out JDP Builds if you don't know him. I love this set. I'm ecstatic. I wasn't honestly thinking about building it anytime soon, but then I saw my friend Curtis over at Kirk Bricks just built this, except he didn't build this. He built the Nostromo from Creation Caravan. Man, that thing looked awesome, but I really just wanted this set. Maybe one day somebody will put out an official Nostromo, but man, great set. What would I rate this? I don't know. Let's give it a letter grade. I'd give it an A-. It's great build. I don't, you know, nothing majorly wrong, but a couple little things that I would have liked better. Like I said, seeing the figs or the, you know, simulated characters inside. They could have capped off these ends a little bit, you know, like this one is nice and smooth, you know, obviously, but overall, solid set. Like I said, I could have used a little landing gear. That would have been nice to make it just sit on the table if I didn't want to stand necessarily. But I guess that's something I could create my own because, like, look, they did it here, and this is very, very simple. Just a couple of studs and such to give it a landing gear. So, yeah, peeps, this has been fun. Hope you guys enjoyed that wacky intro. But that is your boy MC. I sidetrack like nobody's business, both at the Lego table and out there in the rest of my life. So I had some other stuff that I thought about talking about while I was building, and I should have wrote it down, and I didn't. So I guess that's that. I sidetracked on that too. So I guess I'll give it the old sidetrack crown for forgetting to write things down and talk about them in my review, but that's that, peeps. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Who built this? I know I'm like way late to the game on this, but I have stopped caring about trying to be the first to get the reviews out because I'm just never that up on things, you know. I buy things when I want, and I build them when I want, and I review them when I want. So if I'm not the first, oh well. Hope everybody has fun with the kooky world of MC, and it is what it is. So peeps, if you guys enjoyed this, please do all the things. Don't forget to check out Kirkham Bricks, go check out Romania Bricks, check out JDP Builds. I'll throw them all down in the description if you want to go click on their links. All awesome people, all great channels, all great friends. So, thanks for coming. I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, holla!